All right, I know what you're probably thinking to yourself, that this isn't, the normal album that I would review. I gotta say, I'm just as surprised as you are, but it doesn't matter because this album's really good. Welcome, my fellow wannabes. Welcome to my channel. As you may know, I am Gabriel Fast, and I claim to be the wannabe critic. Today, we are reviewing Lady Gaga's new album, Chromatica. Now, for those of you who like Lady Gaga, I personally really like Lady Gaga. I think she's incredibly talented. There's a lot of her works that I've actually really enjoyed, and I think she's definitely has one of the most iconic voices ever, pretty much, and she's just a really talented artist. She has a new album just dropped today, yesterday, which was Friday, and man, this is kind of taking the place of my Monday video because I got some things going on this weekend, but I was editing some footage and kind of uploading some stuff, and I was just kind of seeing, what the new music was on the recommended Apple page, and I was like, oh, Lady Gaga has a new record out, and it's really gnarly looking. It looks kind of like it reminds me of like Alien for some reason, and I don't really know why, but it definitely piqued my interest. So I popped it in, and it says it's a pop record, but it quickly turned into something I wasn't expecting, which is this really big, bombastic, like, dance album. Something that you might hear at like a rave or, just like real fist-pumping music, more hyped up stuff than I've ever really heard of Lady Gaga. Of course, Lady Gaga definitely is out there, definitely is very, forward with the way she thinks and even her messages within her music, and, you can have opinions on that, whatever you want. Let's just focus on this particular record. It seems like she just had a really good time making this. It seems like she really is confident. This might be one of her most confident albums I've ever heard of hers. Almost kind of going back to like the Fame Monster days of just really kind of different sounding music. There's a couple of tracks that really struck me as kind of just awesome. One of them being Stupid Love and the other one being Free Woman. And also Sour Candy is pretty good. There's 16 tracks on this record, supposedly. There's these really interesting kind of like classical overtures that kind of get woven throughout the record. So like you might get like this really deep sounding like Hans Zimmer type stuff, and then all of a sudden it bleeds into this like heavy dance music, and it's just like, man, like the engineering. I know she's really close. She's really close with the producers on pretty much every record she makes, and you can definitely tell that the relationship between maybe the ideas she was having and the ideas they were having really came together to make something that was really fun and easy to listen to. And I found myself listening to it like 3 times while I was doing this stuff. It goes by so fast. Each song is really only a couple of minutes long, and there are several tracks that are only around a minute long. So I mean, really, it's like a you are getting songs technically, but it goes by really fast, and it's a very spinnable record. Elton John's on this record. I was not expecting that. I know she kind of has a relationship with him as well. They're friends. I know that they've kind of collaborated in the past, and it was really cool. Whenever I was listening to the album, I was like, oh my god, is that Elton John? And sure enough, it is. It just kind of really cool. Really just surprised me that he would make an appearance on this record and be such a big voice for it. All in all, I don't really have any hugely negative things to say about this album other than, it does get kind of repetitive, but it's Lady Gaga, so I mean, it's pop music, and I feel like this is one of those things of, if you don't like pop music, you're probably not going to like this record, but I've actually really grown to like certain pop music and really appreciate the talent that goes into it, and learning a lot about Lady Gaga in the past has kind of helped me appreciate her process and the way that she makes music a little bit more than I ever had before, really. So it was really cool to see this come out, especially since I've read in interviews that she actually really put a lot into this emotionally and mentally. So good on her for releasing this, and I think it's an awesome record. As far as a score goes, I gotta say this has been one of the most interesting records I've heard in a while, especially from the pop genre. I really was surprised and had a good time with it. I thought I would turn it off after a couple of songs, but I just kept repeating it over and over again. And I definitely think it's worth buying on vinyl, and I am going to buy it on vinyl. I'm going to give it an 8.5. I think it's awesome. Now, if you like Lady Gaga, I think you're going to be surprised kind of how, you know, she always is trying to kind of like reinvent herself in a lot of different ways. Like she kind of went more not sing-songy, but like more almost just more a little toned down on her last record. And she even said in an interview she was really worried about how that was going to look, you know, and how her fans were going to receive this or receive that. I feel like this is probably more of kind of like a return to form with the very theatrical way of telling and representing herself and her music. And I think, I don't know, I think it was a smart move to go back to this and really throw herself into this. So definitely check out Chromatica if you have not already. As always, if you want to stick around after the video, I'd really appreciate it. If you could like this video and consider subscribing, it really helps me out a lot. You know, it's really encouraging to see, you know, a bunch of thumbs up on a video, and it makes me want to make more and be more involved. But, you know, if you don't want to subscribe, I understand too. I hope you enjoyed your time here, and I hope you stayed to the end of the video. Go down into the description if you want to check out the podcasts that I'm a part of. It would really mean a lot. Also, we launched merch, so that's really cool. Definitely give that a look over. So until next time, thank you for preparing yourselves for a plethora of hot takes and potentially unpopular opinions. I'm Gabriel Fast. I will always be the wannabe critic.